Hey, so one of Nick's pet peeves is when I do a coaching video and I just talk about what went wrong rather than what could have been done better. So I'm gonna rewatch the beginning of this TvT game and just give you an idea of what we like to do. And like I said, I always have, you know, for example, in TvZ you have to be ready at 6 minutes for a Baneling Buster or Roach All-In, and in TvT you have to be ready for 2 Stalkers at 5 minutes. And I mean TvP. And in TvT, what you have to be ready for is a 6.5 minute Banshee, a Marine all-in at 4 minutes and 30 seconds, a Marine Hellion push at about 4 minutes and 30 seconds, Reaper early, and a Blue Flame drop at probably 7 minutes. So the first one, right now, someone could come with 10 Marines and 10 SCVs, and you would definitely die at that point. So it's important to check whether or not he got gas with your scout. I don't know if you did that. Let's see. No, you didn't scout at all. So if you see someone who doesn't get any gas, then you need a bunker ready before 4 minutes and 40 seconds because he might be coming with a push. So 4 Marines in a bunker is enough to survive, but 4 Marines with no bunker is not enough to survive. So you would need a bunker completed if you had scouted no gas. Because he has gas, you don't have to be worried about that. The Marine Hellion push you could stop with the wall in. I'm not too worried about that, so you're okay against that. The next thing is 6.5 minute Banshee. Right here. If he had a Banshee right now, you have a turret going down, so I think you'd be okay. So good, you're prepared for the 6.5 minute Banshee. The 7 minute Cloaked Banshee you are also prepared for again because of the same turrets. And the 7.5 minute Hellion, Blue Flame Hellion drop, I think would definitely kill you. You'd be dead, completely dead, no recourse. Dead, 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 dead. So he did a drop, actually. It didn't get there until 9 minutes because he's kind of slow. But, if this had been 4 Blue Flame Hellions, he could have killed every single one of your workers with it. So you definitely got to be prepared for that kind of thing. The only way to really reasonably prepare for a Blue Flame drop is to have a Fortress Wall in and turrets. So these turrets mean that he can't drop inside of your mineral place, right? So his only option, if he drops here, he can't get in because of your Fortress Wall, and that's great. So Blue Flames couldn't have gotten in and killed any workers. But if he dropped here and walked over here, then he could go in through this area. And this is really bad because your SCVs can't retreat that way. So if he comes right here with Hellions, then you're going to lose all your workers. So what you would want is a supply depot right here and like a racks right here and a supply depot up here. So that is one thing. Marauders with concussive shells pretty much shut down Blue Flame drops as well. Since you're going to make Marauders anyway in this build, I would say definitely concussive shells early enough to stop an 8 minute Hellion drop. And so yeah, those are the early game things you have to worry about. I think you were really only vulnerable to the SCV Marine push and the Hellion drop, and you did a good job defending against all the other possibilities. The next thing you need to worry about is like an 8.5 to 9 minute tank push with 2 siegeable tanks, 1 Viking, and some Marines. I think you would have just lost to that, definitely. I know some people would say Terran can do lots of things, but they can't do them all in the same game, so just spend a scan and figure out what he's doing. But he can hide his buildings anywhere, and there's no way to guarantee that you'll see what his plan is. Like, if he's going for an 8.5 minute Marine tank push with Viking, he needs to have a starport, he needs to have a factory, and he probably is only going to have 1 racks with a reactor core. In fact, this guy looks like he's going to do that tank push. But he didn't attack with it, he just defended with it. But there's no guarantee that he'll build all 3 of those buildings in a place where you can scan and find them, so whatever. I just always prepare for everything. So if he had come with Marine tank about now, as you can see, he's spent $2,000 on his army at this point. And you've spent $1,300. I think he would have just won. And I don't know what you can do about that. Uh, that's just a vulnerability of the M&M opening, you know? One thing you can do is try to keep these watchtowers so that you'll see it coming if it comes. With enough time to prepare, you can at least pull SCVs and try to kill the tanks before they siege up, but probably still wouldn't kill them. I don't know. So to stop a Marine tank push at 8.5 minutes, what you need is one tank of your own behind a bunker and some SCVs to repair, and then you're just immune to it. You had the factory in time to get that, I think, but you didn't get tanks or a bunker. So, you're just kind of lucky he didn't do it. But if he had done it, I think the order in which you built these buildings gives you what you need in order to have that in time. But yeah, I don't know why you needed the armory so early. Were you planning on Thors from the beginning? Maybe. Huh. And when that upgrade finished, you have an armory in place. You could go for level 2 weapons or 1 armor, but you didn't go for any upgrades. Anyway, those are the possible things he can do early to kill you. So, blah 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 blah.